Part 1. The Last Relic. The dying embers of the star Renora 7 painted the skies of the planet below in a haunting tapestry of crimson and gold. Underneath this cosmic sunset lay Galderi Prime, a world on the brink of transformation, or destruction. Its once thriving cities now lay in ruins, victims of a cataclysmic war, fought not with gunpowder, but with gravimetric torques and quantum distorters. Amidst these ruins, a lone figure darted between the shadows. Zolan Ray, a relic hunter with a reputation as sharp as the twin daggers strapped to her thighs. She was here to find what many deemed a myth, the Celestial Forge, an ancient device said to hold the power to reshape reality itself. It was rumored to be buried deep beneath the ruins of Galderi's oldest temple, the Temple of Stars. Her journey to this desolate world was not one of glory or riches, though the reward would indeed be great. Instead, it was a mission fueled by desperation. The human colonies scattered across the Orion Arm were fragmenting, crippled by a mysterious affliction that dissolved the very bonds of matter. That affliction had already claimed her brother, and Zolan was determined to reverse its tide. As she navigated through the debris-laden corridors of the temple, the air shimmered with latent energy, charged by the temple's proximity to the star's last throes. Her path was guided by the whispers of her AI companion, Callista, projected as a holographic figure with eyes that glimmered like distant quasars. "Careful, Zolan," Callista's voice echoed through Zolan's earpiece, a gentle reminder of unseen dangers. "The energy readings in this area are spiking. The structural integrity of the temple is compromised." Zolan nodded, her eyes scanning for any sign of movement. The temple's architecture was a marvel of ancient Galderian design, its walls etched with glyphs that pulsed with an internal light, lending an eerie glow to the crumbling chamber. Her breath caught as she glimpsed a faint outline, a threshold glowing faintly under the dim glyph light. "This is it, Callista," she murmured, steadying her breathing as she approached the threshold. Her hand brushed over the intricately carved surface, feeling an odd warmth emanate through her fingertips. She reached for her pack, retrieving a small, multifaceted device that hummed to life. As the device interfaced with the glyphs, a low rumble resonated through the chamber. Dust rained down from the ceiling, and the ground beneath Zolan shifted. Her heart raced, but she held her ground as the threshold began to dissolve, revealing a passage descending into the heart of the temple. "Proceed with caution," Callista advised, her holographic form flickering as the underground interference grew stronger. Zolan advanced, the passage narrowing as it delved deeper into the planet. The temperature dropped, and the walls shimmered with frost, a stark contrast to the searing heat outside. The corridor opened into a cavernous vault where the Celestial Forge rested at its center, encased in a crystalline sphere that seemed to pulse in harmony with the star above. But Zolan was not alone. A figure emerged from behind the forge, draped in the flowing robes of the Galderian cult, a faction long thought eradicated. His eyes burned with the fervor of zealotry. "You seek the forge," he intoned, his voice a sonorous echo that resonated through the vault. "But have you pondered the consequences of wielding such power?" Zolan gripped her daggers cautiously. "I seek to save what's left of my people, my world. What do you plan to do with it?" The zealot's lips curled into a cryptic smile. "Restore our dominion. The forge is a gift from the architects, meant to reshape the universe in our image. Your people are gone. All that's left is ruin. And from ruin, we shall rise again. But you," he gestured toward her dismissively, "you are an interloper." He raised his hand, and the glyphs along the walls blazed to life. Energy arced across the room, coalescing into a barrier that enclosed the forge. The zealot's form shimmered, phasing into a heightened state, reminiscent of creatures from higher dimensions, as he stepped into the barrier. Zolan's mind raced. She needed a plan fast. She glanced at Callista, who nodded with an understanding that transcended words. Zolan activated her weapon, a compact device capable of interfacing with multiple frequencies. The gadget buzzed, calibrating to match the barrier's energy signature. "Distract him," Zolan whispered. Callista's projection flickered, pulsing into multiple ghostly forms that danced around the zealot. He hesitated, his movements faltering as he swiped at the apparitions. The momentary distraction was all Zolan needed. Her device emitted a sharp, focused beam, slicing through the barrier's frequency. The energy shield faltered, and Zolan lunged forward, her daggers gleaming as they slashed through the fragile protection around the zealot. He staggered back, eyes wide with disbelief, as the crystalline sphere holding the forge collapsed. The zealot's form disintegrated, leaving behind only echoes of his ambition. Zolan approached the now exposed forge, its core a swirling maelstrom of cosmic hues. She hesitated, aware of the power it held, the power to save or to destroy. "Are you ready?" Callista's voice was soft, a tether to reality amidst the chaos. Zolan took a deep breath, her resolve steeling as she reached out to interface with the forge. The moment her hand connected, her consciousness expanded, the universe unraveling in a tapestry of energies and possibilities. And then, an unexpected jolt, like an echo from the future, pierced through her mind. It was not just the forge she had unlocked, but a glimpse of a greater conspiracy etched across the stars. The message was clear. Something far more sinister awaited beyond Galderi Prime, a shadow looming on the horizon. As Zolan withdrew from the connection, she knew her mission was far from over. The forge's energy pulsed once more, and in its glow, a new path opened before her, both a literal way forward and a metaphor for the cosmic journey that lay ahead. With a renewed sense of purpose, Zolan turned her gaze to the stars beyond, ready to chart a new course through the vast uncertainties of space. Art 2. The Shadow of Orion. The void of space was a canvas of swirling galaxies and distant suns. Zolan's ship, the Astral Nomad, hurtled through the void, its sleek form cutting through the darkness like a blade. The celestial forge, now secure in the ship's hold, hummed with a resonance that thrummed through the ship's frame, reminding Zolan of its immense potential and peril. From the Nomad's cockpit, Zolan watched the stars streak by, her thoughts a whirl of possibilities and dangers. Callista's presence was a comforting constant in this vast sea of uncertainty, her projections flickering like a guiding star across the bridge. "We've received a communiqué from Captain Zarthis," Callista noted, her voice tinged with urgency. "He's requesting an immediate rendezvous at the Orion outpost." Zolan's eyes narrowed, recalling the captain's reputation for intelligence and subterfuge within the fractured alliances of the Orion arm. If anyone could decipher the cryptic warnings she had gleaned from the forge, it would be Zarthis. "Set a course," Zolan said, her resolve firm. "Let's see what the good captain has to offer." As the Nomad slipped into the warp stream, space warped around them, bending reality into a kaleidoscope of colors. The journey was swift, and soon, the sprawling network of the Orion outpost emerged from the darkness, its stations like beads on a string, stretching across the star-strewn sky. Docking procedures were swift, and Zolan made her way through the bustling corridors of the outpost, a hive of activity, where humans and aliens mingled in a chaotic harmony. She found Zarthis in a secluded corner of the Strategic Operations Center, hunched over holographic displays that shimmered with data streams. "Zolan Ray," Zarthis greeted, his voice smooth like silk over steel. You've stirred quite the storm across the sectors. It's the least I could do, Zolan replied with a wry smile. I assume there's more to the story than a simple request for a meeting. Zarthus gestured to the data streams, his eyes sharp with insight. What you've uncovered is far beyond a mere relic. The Forge is a keystone, one piece in a constellation of ancient technologies. There are others out there. Remnants left by the same architects who forged your device. Zolan leaned closer, intrigued. And these others? They form a network, a superstructure of power, intertwined across the galaxy, Zarthus explained. But something else is at play. My sources indicate heightened activity from the Vithari Collective. The Vithari, an enigmatic coalition of alien worlds, known for their advanced biotechnologies and inscrutable motives. Their interest in the Forge spelled trouble. Rumors suggest the Collective seeks to activate these relics. Zarthus continued, his expression grim. They believe it will grant them dominion over the fabric of space itself. Zolan absorbed the information, the weight of her burden growing. Then we need to stop them. A shadow fell over Zarthus's face. His eyes darkened by unspoken fears. It's not just the Vithari. There's another player, a darker force, lurking in the shadows. The Celestial Forge unlocked a glimpse, a warning, from a race not of this galaxy. Zolan's heart quickened, the echoes of that vision resonating within her. What did you see? An incursion, he whispered. A force beyond comprehension. The architects built these relics as a safeguard against it. But if the Vithari succeed, they may well open a gateway for this force to enter our reality. The stakes had never been higher. For Zolan, the path was clear, albeit fraught with peril. Then we find these relics first, and ensure they remain dormant. Zarthus nodded, a glint of determination in his eyes. You'll need allies. I've arranged for a few trustworthy contacts across the sector. Zolan rose, her resolve solidified. Then let's get to work.
We have a galaxy to save.
As the shadow of Orion loomed over them, Zolan stepped forward, ready to unravel the mysteries of the cosmos, one relic at a time. Art 3, Relics and Revelations. The astral nomad soared through the depths of space, its engines humming with relentless purpose as it charted a course toward the uncharted star cluster designated as the Peripherum. It was a region shrouded in mystery, a place where the boundaries of known space blurred into the unknown. Legends whispered of lost civilizations and forgotten technologies, drawing treasure seekers and scholars alike into its enigmatic embrace. Zolan Ray, now accompanied by a diverse crew of allies gathered from the Orion outpost, prepared for the task ahead. Each member brought unique skills to the table. Tarek, a grizzled mechanic, with an uncanny knack for coaxing miracles from recalcitrant engines. Nia, an astrobiologist whose knowledge of alien ecosystems rivaled that of any seasoned explorer. And Alara, a former member of the Vithari Collective, now turned renegade, with a wealth of insight into their operations. The crew gathered in the Nomad's common room, a space cluttered with star charts and equipment, yet alive with a palpable sense of camaraderie and determination. We have our first lead, Zolan announced, gesturing to a holographic projection of the Peripherum. An ancient beacon has been detected on a small moon orbiting the gas giant Zendar Prime. It could be one of the relics. Tarek's eyes gleamed with anticipation. A beacon, eh? Last time I saw one of those, it led us straight into a nest of cyber serpents on Carthon 3. Let's hope for a less venomous encounter this time, Nia quipped, her expression tinged with humor. Ilara remained solemn, her gaze fixed on the hologram. Zendar Prime is known for its hazardous storms. We'll need to navigate carefully. With their plan set, The astral nomad plunged into the peripherum. Its sleek form cutting through the turbulent auras surrounding Zendar Prime. The gas giant loomed before them, its swirling clouds lit intermittently by flashes of lightning, a breathtaking yet foreboding sight. Guided by the beacon's signal, the nomad descended onto the moon's rugged surface, its landing gear settling with a soft thud. The atmosphere was thin, the landscape a barren expanse of rock and dust under a pale violet sky. The crew disembarked, their suits equipped with sensors and shields against the moon's erratic weather. Ahead lay the source of the signal, a towering obelisk, its surface etched with the intricate designs of an ancient script, pulsating with a faint luminescence. "This is it," Zolan murmured, all mingling with apprehension. The obelisk stood like a silent guardian, its presence a testament to the forgotten architects of the cosmos. As they approached, Ilara's eyes widened with recognition. These markings, they're similar to those found on Vithari artifacts. Her revelation sent a ripple of unease through the group, the implications echoing through their minds. "We need to access its data core," Tarek suggested, already unpacking his tools. "See if it holds any useful information." With nimble precision, Tarek interfaced with the obelisk's surface, coaxing it to reveal its secrets. The structure responded, its internal mechanisms whirring to life as a holographic interface emerged, displaying. As the holographic interface flickered to life, it projected a map of star systems and constellations, each pulsing with a luminous energy that seemed to resonate with the universe itself. The crew gathered around, their faces illuminated by the ethereal glow, each line and dot on the map holding the weight of ancient power. Nia studied the map with fascination. "These constellations don't match any known star charts. They could be coordinates to the other relics." Zolan nodded, her heart racing with the thrill of discovery. "We may have just found our path." Ilara's gaze was fixed on a particular section of the map. "Look here," she said, pointing to a cluster of stars arranged in a spiral formation. "This matches the description of the Whispering Nebula, a place of legend among the Vithari." "The Whispering Nebula?" Tarek echoed, his voice tinged with wonder. "They say it's where the fabric of reality is thin, where time and space fold upon themselves. If the Vithari are seeking these relics," Ilara continued, "they will undoubtedly go there." A sense of urgency filled the air. The crew knew they had to reach the nebula before their adversaries did. Yet, as they prepared to leave, another mystery unfolded. The obelisk emitted a soft chime, and from its core a small, spherical device emerged, floating gently into Zolan's outstretched hand. It was a star compass, an artifact designed to guide its bearer through the labyrinthine corridors of space-time. Its surface sparkled with the same intricate engravings as the obelisk. "This is a gift," Ilara said, her voice a mixture of reverence and awe, "a tool to navigate the hidden paths of the universe." Zolan held the compass with reverence, aware of its significance. It was more than a navigational tool. It was a piece of the greater puzzle they were trying to solve. With the coordinates of the Whispering Nebula secured, the astral nomad lifted off the moon's surface, disappearing into the vast tapestry of the cosmos. The journey would be perilous, but the stakes were too high to turn back. As the nebula came into view, it was like nothing they had ever seen, an intricate web of iridescent clouds weaving through the void, each tendril shimmering with a life of its own. The stars within the nebula whispered secrets to the cosmos, a haunting melody of light and shadow. The nomad navigated this celestial labyrinth with precision, guided by the star compass. As they delved deeper into the nebula, the very fabric of reality seemed to warp and stretch around them, offering glimpses of distant worlds and forgotten realms. But they were not alone. A fleet of Vithari ships emerged from the swirling mists of the nebula, their sleek designs bristling with biotechnological marvels. The lead ship was a majestic cruiser, its hull pulsating with the energy of the nebula itself. "Vithari ships on intercept course," Callista warned, her voice tinged with urgency. "Prepare for evasive maneuvers." Zolan's hands moved instinctively over the controls, her mind focused on outmaneuvering the approaching fleet. The Nomad danced through the nebula, weaving through the shifting currents of space-time, its engines roaring with defiance. Ilara activated the ship's defense systems, her fingers flying over the console with practiced ease. "We can't let them reach the relics first." The Vithari ships pursued relentlessly, their weapons blazing with eerie luminescence. The nebula became a battleground, its ethereal beauty marred by the chaos of conflict. Amidst the clash, Zolan's mind raced with the possibilities. The star compass pulsed in her hand, resonating with an unseen frequency, as if guiding her toward a hidden truth. In a moment of clarity, she understood. The nebula was not just a waypoint. It was a conduit, a gateway to the heart of the relic network. If they could harness its power, they could gain the advantage over the Vithari. "There's a temporal rift forming," Mia shouted, her eyes wide with realization. "If we can channel the nebula's energy, we might just slip through." With determination, Zolan steered the Nomad toward the heart of the nebula, the ship system straining against the forces at play. The Vithari ships followed, but their movements became erratic, as if caught in the nebula's unpredictable currents. As the Nomad approached the rift, the star compass glowed with a celestial radiance, aligning itself with the energies of the nebula. In an instant, the ship was enveloped in a cascade of light, and the nebula's whispers grew into a crescendo. Reality fractured, and they found themselves in a realm beyond understanding, a place where the relic's true purpose was revealed. The crew gazed in awe at the vision before them, a cosmic lattice of interconnected worlds, each node a source of untold power. It was a map of the architect's grand design, a testament to their enduring legacy. And in that moment, Zolan realized the truth. The relics were not merely tools of power. They were keys to a greater understanding, a bridge between dimensions. The vision faded, leaving the crew breathless with revelation. The Nomad emerged from the nebula, its path now clear. They had the knowledge they needed, but the journey was far from over. With renewed determination, Zolan set a course for their next destination, the star compass guiding them through the uncharted territories of the universe. The Vithari remained a formidable foe, but they were not the only threat. A new challenge awaited them, a force beyond comprehension. And Zolan knew they had to be ready, for the echoes of the celestial forge would soon reverberate across the galaxy. Part 4. The Luminara Tapestry. Beyond the ethereal embrace of the Whispering Nebula, the astral Nomad navigated the tranquil seas of a less-traveled sector, a stellar backwater known for its beauty and silence. The ship cruised through a region dotted with the glowing remnants of supernovae, their fading hues painting the void with a spectrum of color that seemed to whisper of ancient stories. The journey had thus far been fraught with peril. Yet as they sailed deeper into this luminous frontier, a sense of peace enveloped the crew. Here, away from the threats that chased them, they found a brief respite, a chance to reflect on the revelations of the nebula. Tarek was the first to break the silence, his voice a mixture of wonder and nostalgia. "Reminds me of the Aurora fields back home, when the sky would just light up like this." Nia smiled, drawn into his reverie. It's hard to believe places like this still exist, untouched by conflict. Alara, ever vigilant, gazed out at the stars with an expression of quiet contemplation. The tensions of her past with the Vithari seemed to momentarily fall away, leaving only the vastness of space to fill her thoughts. Zolan, meanwhile, stood at the helm, her fingers tracing the contours of the star compass. It had guided them true thus far, yet its surface was changing, reacting to the energies within this sector. Each pulse felt like a gentle tug, as if urging her toward something unseen. "Callista," Zolan inquired, "run a scan of the area. There might be more here than meets the eye." The AI's holographic form shimmered into view, her presence a comforting constant amid the unknown. "Conducting a full spectrum analysis. Energy readings are peculiar. It seems we are not alone." Before Zolan could respond, the ship's sensors picked up a faint signal, a broadcast repeating in a language unknown, yet eerily familiar. The message was garbled, fragmented, a distress signal from a lost era. "We need to investigate," Nia insisted. Her curiosity piqued. It could be linked to the relic network. With careful precision, the astral nomad traced the signal to its source, a derelict station adrift near a dying sun. Its architecture was unlike anything in Zolan's database, an intricate lattice of metal and organic forms, as if grown rather than constructed. As the crew approached the station in the Nomad's shuttle, the atmosphere thickened with suspense. The docking bay, miraculously operational, welcomed them with a gentle shudder, the station's systems awakening from centuries of slumber. Inside, the air was cold and still, the corridors illuminated by bioluminescent patterns that flickered to life at their presence. The station's interior was a tapestry of light and shadow, each curve and line telling a story of a civilization long vanished. They moved through the corridors, their senses alert to the station's secrets. It wasn't long before they encountered an unexpected presence, a caretaker of sorts, a construct of light and energy, its form shifting like a living hologram. "Welcome, travelers," it said, its voice resonant and melodic. "You have reached the Luminara Tapestry, a sanctuary of knowledge." Zolan stepped forward, intrigued. "What is this place?" The caretaker's form shimmered with a soft glow. The Luminara was created by the Lumini, an ancient race dedicated to the preservation of cultures and wisdom across the stars. "Here, we safeguard the legacies of countless civilizations." Nia's eyes widened with fascination. "And the distress signal? A remnant of our warning system," the caretaker explained. "A call for aid that has echoed through the ages. The Lumini foresaw a time when their guidance would be needed, and thus the signal was sent." Alara exchanged a glance with Zolan, the implications clear. "And now we've answered." The caretaker nodded, its presence both calming and profound. "The celestial forge you seek is but one of many tools left by the architects. Within the tapestry lies the knowledge to wield them wisely, to understand their true purpose." A sense of awe filled the room, the weight of the mission settling upon the crew. Here was a chance to delve deeper into the mysteries of the relics, to grasp the knowledge left behind by those who came before. The crew was guided to a chamber at the heart of the station, where an elaborate array of holographic interfaces unfolded before them. Each one held the imprint of a civilization, a fragment of history preserved within the Luminara's vast archives. Immersed in the cascading data, Zolan felt a profound connection to the cosmic story they were unraveling. Each discovery was a step closer to safeguarding their future, a chance to bridge the chasm between epochs. As they studied the archives, a particular entry caught Zolan's attention, an encoded message from the architects themselves, speaking of a convergence point, a nexus where the relic's energies could be harmonized, a beacon for unifying the fractured galaxy. The map of the star systems flickered to life, revealing the location of this convergence point, a place of great power and peril, where choices would define the fate of countless worlds. Their path was set, the revelations of the Luminera echoing in their minds as they prepared to leave the station. The journey would be fraught with challenges, yet the knowledge they carried would be their guide, a light in the darkness. As the astral nomad departed from the Luminera tapestry, its engines ignited with purpose, each star they passed a beacon toward the destiny that awaited them. United in their quest, the crew sailed toward the horizon, bound for the heart of the galaxy and the secrets that lay within.
Part 5. The Confluence of Stars.
The journey to the convergence point took the astral nomad across the luminous expanse of the galactic core, where the glow of countless stars wove a radiant tapestry. Here, amidst the swirling maelstrom of cosmic energy, the laws of physics danced to a different rhythm, bending and blending in ways that defied simple comprehension. A sense of anticipation hung over the crew as they approached their destination. A stellar object unlike any other, the confluence, a massive structure suspended between three binary stars. Its architecture was an enigma, a spiraling edifice of crystalline towers connected by filaments of light, each pulse resonating with the energy of the stars around it. As the nomad neared the confluence, the ship's instruments flared to life, sensors overwhelmed by the sheer magnitude of the signals emanating from the structure. It was as if the confluence itself were a living entity, its heart beating in sync with the cosmos. "The readings are off the charts," Nia exclaimed, her eyes wide with exhilaration. "This place is alive with energy." Tarek's gaze was fixed on the displays. "And it's waiting for us. Look, the star compass is reacting again." Indeed, the compass in Zolan's hand shimmered with a new intensity, its surface aglow with the same luminescent patterns as the confluence. She felt a magnetic pull, an unspoken invitation to explore the mysteries within. "Prepare for docking," Zolan instructed, her voice steady despite the excitement coursing through her veins. "Let's see what secrets this place holds." The nomad touched down on a platform, extending from one of the crystalline towers, its landing punctuated by a gentle hum as the structure absorbed the ship's energy. The crew disembarked, stepping onto the platform with a mixture of awe and caution. The confluence was a marvel of engineering and artistry, its corridors lined with translucent walls that shimmered with captured starlight. As they ventured deeper into its heart, the air hummed with a symphony of sounds, a melody that seemed to guide their steps. In the central chamber, they found themselves surrounded by an array of obelisks, each one inscribed with the glyphs of the architects. The room pulsed with a rhythmic light, casting ethereal shadows that danced across the walls. Zolan approached the central obelisk, her fingers brushing over its surface. The glyphs responded to her touch, rearranging themselves into a new configuration, revealing a complex pattern of interlocking spirals. "These glyphs," Ilara observed, her voice a soft murmur, "they speak of harmony, of balance between forces. This place, it's a nexus, a focal point for the relics." Zolan nodded, her mind racing with the implications. The confluence is the key to unlocking the relic's full potential. It's here that they can be harmonized. Callista's holographic projection appeared beside them, her presence a calming influence amidst the revelations. The confluence's energy matrix is attuned to the relic's frequencies. If we can synchronize them, we may be able to counter the Vithari's attempts to misuse them. As the crew set to work, interfacing with the confluence's systems, a sense of unity filled the chamber. Each member contributed their expertise, their efforts a testament to their shared purpose and determination. The air crackled with potential as the systems began to synchronize, the obelisks glowing with a divine light. Yet, amidst the crescendo, an unexpected presence made itself known. A figure stepped from the shadows, their form a swirling blend of light and shadow. "I am Kalen, the guardian of the confluence," the figure intoned, their voice resonating with the deep timbre of the stars themselves. "You seek to harness the power of the relics, but be warned, such power requires understanding and respect." Zolan met Kalen's gaze, her resolve unwavering. "We seek to prevent their misuse, to protect this galaxy from a greater threat." The Guardian regarded them with an ancient wisdom, their form shifting like the auroras of distant worlds. "The relics are a beacon, a means to unite the forces of the universe. But unity comes at a cost, a sacrifice of the self for the greater good." Zolan absorbed the warning, the weight of their mission crystallizing into clarity. "Then teach us, guide us. We are ready to learn." With a nod, Kalen extended a hand, a gesture of trust and guidance. "Then step into the light of the confluence, and let its wisdom illuminate your path." The crew gathered around the central obelisk, their minds and hearts open to the knowledge of the ages. As the confluence's energy enveloped them, they felt a profound connection to the cosmos, each pulse resonating with the truth of their existence. In that moment, they understood the relics were not merely tools, but instruments of harmony, a means to bridge the divides that threatened to tear the galaxy apart. With the confluence's blessing, the crew emerged renewed, their purpose clear and their resolve unshakable. The path ahead would be fraught with challenges, but they were now armed with the wisdom of the ancients, ready to face whatever fate awaited them. As the astral nomad departed from the confluence, its journey resumed with a new sense of purpose. The galaxy sprawled before them, a canvas of infinite possibilities, and Zolan knew they were not alone in their quest. Together, they would forge a new destiny, one where the stars sang of unity and hope. Art 6, The Orbital Symphony. As the astral nomad emerged from the gravitational embrace of the confluence, the galaxy unfolded before them like a grand cosmic symphony. Each note of starlight and shadow played its part in the vast orchestration of the universe, guiding their journey toward the unknown. Navigating through the labyrinthine pathways of stardust and time, the ship approached a region known as the Starlight Gulf, an expanse of celestial wonder, where the remnants of stellar nurseries drifted like ethereal clouds across the void. It was here that the confluence's wisdom pointed them next, to a place where the echoes of the past and the whispers of the future converged. As they entered the gulf, the ship's sensors detected an anomaly. A crystalline structure suspended amidst the nebula, a prism refracting the light of 1,000 stars. Its presence was unexpected, a hidden jewel within the cosmic tapestry. Intrigued by its beauty and mystery, Zolan brought the nomad closer, the ship's systems humming in harmonious synchrony with the crystal's energies. The structure resonated with a familiar frequency, one tied to the relic network. Yet something about it was unique, an overture leading to an undiscovered symphony. The crew gathered in the bridge, their eyes fixed on the projection of the crystalline wonder. Its facets shimmered with a kaleidoscope of colors, each shift a dance of light across the spectrum. "This is incredible," Nia breathed, her fascination palpable. "It's like the crystal has a life of its own, a heartbeat." Ilara nodded, her gaze thoughtful. "And if the relics are keys, perhaps this is a lock, waiting to be opened." The suggestion ignited a spark of understanding in Zolan's mind. "Then let's explore. We might find answers or allies." In the shuttle, they approached the crystal, its surface smooth and cool to the touch as they docked within a hollow chamber. The interior was a cathedral of light, its walls alive with the interplay of beams and reflections, crafting an ever-changing mosaic that dazzled the senses. As they ventured deeper, the air seemed to hum with anticipation, a subtle melody winding through the corridors. It was a sound that resonated with their very being, the whisper of an ancient symphony, waiting to be heard. At the heart of the structure, they entered a vast hall where the light coalesced into a brilliant, luminous figure. Its form was both ethereal and real, a manifestation of the crystal's essence. "Welcome, seekers of harmony," the figure intoned, its voice a harmony of celestial chords. "I am Lyra, the custodian of the orbital symphony." Zolan approached with respect, recognizing the aura of wisdom that Lyra emanated. "We have come seeking knowledge, to understand the relics and their purpose." The custodian's form flickered with understanding, its light pulsating in rhythm with the crystalline walls. "The symphony is a testament to balance and unity, a reflection of the relic's true nature. Each note, each star, plays its part in the grand design." As Lyra spoke, the walls around them transformed, revealing a vision of the galaxy. Stars and worlds moving in harmonious orbit, their paths interwoven in a tapestry of light. The vision was both majestic and humbling, a reminder of the interconnectedness of all things. "In this place," Lyra continued, "the music of the stars can be heard in its purest form. It is a language of unity, a guide to those who would wield the relics with wisdom and grace." Ilara listened, her heart stirred by the beauty of the vision. "And how do we become part of this symphony?" "By listening," Lyra replied, its light encompassing them. "Let the melody guide you. Every choice, every action, is a note in the greater psalm." The crew stood together, absorbing the custodian's wisdom. As the symphony resonated through their minds, they felt a profound connection to the cosmos and to each other, a shared purpose that transcended individual desire. With Lyra's guidance, they attuned themselves to the symphony, their senses heightened to the subtle shifts in energy and light. The crystal responded to their harmony, revealing hidden pathways and forgotten knowledge etched within its core. As they explored, they uncovered fragments of history, tales of civilizations that had flourished and faded, their legacies preserved within the symphony's eternal archive. There were stories of courage and unity, of struggles overcome through cooperation and understanding. Among the discoveries was a message from the architects, a testament to their foresight and vision. It spoke of a time when the relics would be needed to restore balance to the galaxy, a call for unity among the stars. With renewed determination, the crew prepared to leave the orbital symphony, their path illuminated by the light of understanding. Lyra's parting words echoed in their minds, a reminder of the harmony they sought to create. As the astral nomad exited the crystalline structure, its course set for the next chapter of their journey, the crew carried with them the echoes of the symphony, a promise of hope and unity in a galaxy on the brink of change. Together, they would face the challenges ahead, armed with the knowledge that they were not alone, and that the music of the stars would always guide their way. Part 7. The Celestial Accord. As the astral nomad sailed through the starlit expanse, the crew's spirits were buoyed by the wisdom gleaned from the orbital symphony. The journey thus far had transformed them, uniting their individual paths into a singular quest for harmony across the galaxy. Their mission now led them toward the Celestial Accord, a legendary council of interstellar civilizations said to convene only in times of great need. Arriving at the Accord's meeting place, the Nomad entered a sector known as the Veil of Reflections, where vast nebulae mirrored the cosmos in shimmering hues. Here, amidst the serene beauty, the council had chosen to gather, its presence marked by a delicate structure woven from gossamer strands of light. This ethereal venue, suspended between space and possibility, was both meeting hall and sanctuary, a place where the voices of countless worlds could converge in unity. As the Nomad approached, it was greeted by a welcoming beacon, a gentle invitation to partake in the dialogue of the stars. The crew disembarked and entered the intricate latticework of the Accord structure. Inside, they found representatives from myriad species, their forms diverse and wondrous. Each emissary bore the weight of their people's hopes and fears. Yet here, amidst the veil, those burdens seemed lighter. Zolan felt a sense of profound purpose as she and her crew joined the congregation, the whispers of the symphony echoing in her mind. The hall was alive with the murmur of conversation, an orchestra of voices weaving a tapestry of ideas and dreams. At the center of the assembly stood an orator from the Mirren Collective, a race known for their wisdom and clarity of thought. Their semblance shimmered with the colors of the nebulae as they addressed the gathering with a voice both resonant and soothing. "Welcome, seekers of unity," the orator began, their presence luminous and calming. "In this place, we come together to share our truths, to build a future where all may thrive." As the assembly unfolded, delegates shared tales of triumph and struggle, of ancient enmities transformed into alliances through understanding and empathy. Each story was a thread in the greater fabric of the Accord, a testament to the power of collaboration and mutual respect. Zolan listened intently, her heart stirred by the narratives of hope and perseverance. When it came her time to speak, she stepped forward, her voice clear and steady. "We stand on the brink of great change," she said, meeting the gaze of each representative. "The relics we seek hold the key to balance, but they require unity to wield them wisely. The echoes of the past have shown us the way, and now together, we must answer their call." Ilara and the others joined her, their presence a testament to the strength of diversity and shared purpose. As Zolan spoke of their journey, of the lessons learned from the confluence and the symphony, the hall resonated with a sense of possibility, a vision of a galaxy united not by power, but by harmony. In the silence that followed, the orator from the Mirren Collective offered a gesture of accord, an artifact of their own. A luminous prism that refracted the light of the hall into a spectrum of colors. "This light of accord," the orator explained, "serves as a symbol of our commitment to unity. Let it guide us toward the future we seek." The gesture was met with unanimous approval, a chorus of assent from the delegates. The light of accord was placed at the heart of the assembly, its radiance a beacon of hope for all who gathered there. With the Accord's blessing, the astral nomad departed from the Veil of Reflections, the light of unity, guiding their path forward. Their journey continued, buoyed by the knowledge that they were not alone in their quest, that across the galaxy, others shared their vision of a harmonious future. In the heart of the Nomad, the star compass glowed with renewed purpose, pointing the way toward the convergence point where the relic's energies would coalesce. It was a daunting path, fraught with challenges, but the crew was resolute, their spirits aligned with the cosmic melody that bound them together. As they sailed onward through the cosmic tapestry, the crew knew that the symphony of stars would always guide their way, an eternal reminder of the power of unity. and the promise of a galaxy where peace and understanding reigned supreme.
Part 8. The Luminous Sanctum. The astral nomad journeyed deeper into the vastness of space, following the guidance of the star compass as it led them ever closer to the convergence point. Their path brought them through the luminous expanse, an awe-inspiring region where the light of ancient supernova converged, creating an ocean of radiant energy that ebbed and flowed like the tides of a cosmic sea. Here, amidst the brilliance, they discovered the luminous sanctum, a celestial sanctuary nestled within an archipelago of celestial bodies, each one tethered by strands of pure energy. The sanctum appeared as an oasis of calm at the center of the stellar storm, its presence both inviting and enigmatic. Drawn by the sanctum's serene aura, Zolan guided the nomad toward its heart, her crew eager to uncover the secrets it held. Upon landing, they were greeted by an environment unlike any they had encountered. A garden suspended in the void, where gravity and time wove a gentle embrace around flora and fauna of extraordinary beauty. The garden was a kaleidoscope of life, its pathways lined with luminous blossoms that whispered as they swayed in the soft currents of space. The air was filled with a harmony of scents, a symphony of fragrances that spoke of worlds long forgotten. As they wandered through the garden, the crew encountered the keepers of the sanctum, ethereal beings woven from light and shadow. Their forms were fluid and graceful, their presence imbued with a calm wisdom that resonated with the timeless cadence of the sanctum. One of the keepers, a being whose light shimmered with hues of sapphire and gold, approached them with a gentle smile. "Welcome, travelers," the keeper intoned, their voice a soothing melody. "You have come seeking balance, both within and beyond." Zolan inclined her head in greeting, sensing the depth of the keeper's understanding. "We seek to unite the relics, to restore harmony to a galaxy divided." The keeper nodded, their light intertwining with that of the garden. "The luminous sanctum is a reflection of all that is, a convergence of possibilities. Here, you may find the clarity you seek." Guided by the keepers, the crew explored the sanctum's many wonders, each discovery a step forward on their journey of enlightenment. They learned of the sanctuary's role as a beacon of hope, a place where the energies of the relics could be harmonized into a single, unified force. In a secluded alcove, they encountered an ancient pool, its surface a mirror to the stars above. Gathered around it, they gazed into the depths, where visions of past and future intertwined, a tapestry of potential realities, each thread woven with the decisions yet to be made. As they contemplated the visions, Alara spoke softly, her voice filled with determination. "Every choice we make is a note in the greater symphony. Together, we must ensure that ours is a song of unity." Tarek added, his gaze fixed on the reflections. "We are the architects of our own destiny. Our actions will shape the galaxy to come." With these insights, the crew felt a renewed sense of purpose, their path illuminated by the wisdom of the sanctum. Before departing, the keepers offered them their blessing, a small luminescent seed, a symbol of hope and renewal. "This seed," the Sapphire Keeper explained, "holds the potential for new beginnings. Wherever it is planted, let it flourish as a testament to the harmony you seek." With gratitude, Zolan accepted the gift, aware of its significance. The seed was more than a token. It was a promise of growth and transformation, a reminder that even amidst the vastness of space, life continued to thrive. As the astral nomad left the embrace of the luminous sanctum, its path was clear yet again, the convergence drawing ever closer. The crew carried with them the light of new knowledge, their hearts attuned to the cosmic symphony that guided their every step. Their journey, though fraught with challenges,
was fueled by a sense of unity and hope, an enduring resolve to weave their story into the fabric of the stars, and to ensure that the galaxy's future was as radiant as the luminous expanse itself.